Everyone has opinions about how you should love, how you should live, how you should heal. But most people giving advice have never done the work themselves. They are drowning and trying to teach you how to swim. Stop listening to people who have never learned to be alone. Stop taking relationship advice from people whose relationships are disasters. Stop believing that you need someone else to be whole when the person telling you this has never been whole themselves. In love, people try to unmask each other. They want to see behind the pretense and the carefully constructed image. But what happens when the mask comes off and there is nothing underneath? What happens when you realize you have been wearing a mask for so long you forgot who you were without it? This is why the work must happen alone first. You must find yourself before you can share yourself. You must know yourself before you can show yourself. You must love yourself before you can give that love away. People think self-love is selfish. People think focusing on yourself is narcissistic. These are lies told by people who profit from your brokenness. Self-love is the most generous thing you can do. When you heal yourself, you stop hurting others. When you complete yourself, you stop using others to fill your gaps. When you learn to be happy alone, you stop making others responsible for your joy. The most loving thing you can do for another person is to show up whole. But wholeness is not perfection. Wholeness is integration. It is accepting all parts of yourself, including the parts you wish were different. It is making peace with your darkness instead of projecting it onto others. It is owning your shadows instead of expecting someone else to fix them. Most people spend their entire lives running from their shadows. They find partners who will run with them. They create relationships based on mutual avoidance. Two people agreeing not to look at what is broken. Two people distracting each other from their pain. This works until it doesn't. Eventually, the shadows catch up. The pain demands attention and the brokenness cannot be ignored anymore. When this happens, the relationship becomes a battleground. Each person trying to get the other to fix what they refuse to fix themselves. Each person demanding that the other be what they cannot be for themselves. This is when love becomes war. This is when connection becomes destruction. People should be reminded more often that they are human beings, not projects to be fixed, not puzzles to be solved, not problems to be resolved. Human beings deserve love not because they are perfect, but because they exist. You deserve love not because you have earned it, but because you are here. But you must give this love to yourself first. You must treat yourself like a human being worthy of kindness. You must speak to yourself like someone you care about. You must hold space for your pain like you would for a friend. Most of us are crueler to ourselves than we would ever be to a stranger. Most of us demand perfection from ourselves while accepting mediocrity from others. Most of us abandon ourselves, then wonder why everyone else does too. The relationship you have with yourself becomes the template for every other relationship. If that template is based on criticism and rejection, you will attract people who criticize and reject you. If that template is based on love and acceptance, you will attract people who love and accept you. This is not wishful thinking. This is physics. Like attracts like. Broken attracts broken. Whole attracts whole. Healed attracts healed. You cannot attract what you have not become. You cannot receive what you do not give to yourself. You cannot experience love that is greater than the love you have for yourself. This is why the work must happen first. Before you swipe right, before you say yes, before you give your number to someone who might not deserve it, before you let someone else hold your heart, learn how to live in it yourself. Learn what makes you feel alive without another person's presence. Learn what makes you feel peaceful without another person's approval. Learn what makes you feel worthy without another person's validation. This is not preparation for love. This is love itself. Self-love is not a prerequisite for romantic love. Self-love is the foundation upon which all love is built. Without this foundation, everything else crumbles. With this foundation, everything else is possible.